Happy end of 2021, folks. And if you're watching this after I've recorded it, 28 December, and you're in 2022, Happy New Year. Just a quick summary on what's going on right here, Continuum Loop. First off, on 12 January, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing a 2021 Redux and a 2022 Trends webinar. Should be interesting. We'll talk a little bit about what we learned over 2021, lots, as well as where we see things going in 2022. Additionally, down below, we've got a recording from the wallet update, the 2021 wallet report update that Drummond Reed and I did. So that's down there, as well as the links to all the show notes and whatnot. A couple of news items to think about. One is recently, just this month, Avast acquired Evernym. Still digesting this one. Overall, I think it's great to see both Avast's consumer as well as their nascent business side acquiring one of, if not the leader, and certainly the beginner of this whole SSI space and self-sovereign identity, decentralized identity. We'll see where that shakes out. We'll talk a little bit about where we think the trends are going with regards to that. Second item on trust over IP. There's a couple of things going on right now that could use your attention. One is the Trust Architecture Task Force, which is under the Technology Stack Working Group that I chair. The Trust Architecture Task Force, or Technology Architecture Task Force, is really aimed at making sure that the four-layer model, we've been tearing at it to make sure that it still stands up, that it doesn't break down, and thus far it's standing the test of time. We've had leaders from all over the globe. We were running sessions for both US and EU, as well as a session for APAC. And we've had a lot of really good stuff. Diagrams are fantastic. And we're transitioning in the new year to starting the write-up of how do we describe in more detail the four-layer model at Trust over IP. Second item is the Trust Registry Task Force. That's one that Drummond Reed and I both lead. That is aimed at answering three primary questions right now and then stepping into the more advanced questions. If you watch the Trust Registry webinar, it really is the follow-on from that. We want to answer the following question. Is this issuer authoritative under a particular governance framework for a particular type of credential? As well as, if you need to, is this verifier authorized under a governance framework to consume this particular credential? But additionally, the third one being recognition between trust registries of, are they considered authoritative by another trust registry? That lets us start to establish that web of trust and truly decentralize things. Last thing is a book recommendation. I've probably talked to a ton of you. I was going to hold it up, but I've given my most recent copy away again. And that is the book Think Again by Adam Grant. This book is just fantastic for anyone who's in a position, well, actually anyone who's in a position of researching, of a position of looking at how things are working right now, in a position of leadership. All of these different places need you to really back up and wonder why you're doing what you're doing. And Adam Grant does a fantastic job in Think Again. That's it for now. Have yourself an awesome end of 2021 if you're catching this before New Year's. And all of us, let's have an amazing 2022. Keep being awesome. Thanks.